There's a number that almost everyone believes will finally calm their financial anxiety. For many people, that number is six figures. $100,000 a year. It sounds like the moment everything changes. You imagine. No more worrying before paying rent. No more checking your bank balance before dinner. No more stress when unexpected expenses pop up. You think, once I reach that income, I'll finally relax. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Income doesn't automatically remove stress. Structure does. And today, we're going to break down exactly why that belief exists and what actually makes financial pressure disappear. Six figures feels powerful because of psychology. It's a round number. It sounds impressive in conversations. It's culturally associated with success. For years, people hear, if you make six figures, you're doing well. So your brain builds a shortcut. Six figures equals safety, but your nervous system doesn't respond to numbers. It responds to security. There's a huge difference between earning a high income and feeling secure. Security is about predictability. Security is about knowing that if something goes wrong, you'll be okay. And that feeling doesn't come from income alone. It comes from margin. Let's break this down realistically. You earn $100,000 per year. Sounds great. But after taxes, depending on location, you might take home $65,000, $75,000. Now subtract fixed expenses: housing, transportation, insurance,
Utilities. Food. Minimum debt payments.
For many people, those fixed costs alone can eat up 60 to 80% of take-home pay. Now add variable expenses: dining out, travel, subscriptions, shopping. And here's what happens. If your income rises, but your expenses rise with it, your stress level doesn't change. You're earning more. But you're also responsible for more. That's why some people at $100K still feel pressure, because their spending expanded to match their salary. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it's extremely common. When income increases, expectations increase. Your social circle changes. Your definition of normal changes. What once felt like luxury now feels standard. You justify upgrades because you worked hard, and technically, you can afford them. But affordability and financial stability are not the same thing. If your entire lifestyle depends on maintaining that income level, you're still financially fragile. True financial calm begins when losing your job wouldn't immediately cause panic. That's the real shift. Not income. Resilience. Money stress begins to fall when three core conditions are met. First, you have a solid emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses creates psychological safety. You stop reacting emotionally to small financial disruptions. Second, debt is manageable or minimal. High-interest debt creates background stress, even if you ignore it. Reducing that pressure changes your mental state significantly. Third, you own assets. When investments grow, when dividends come in, when your money earns without your daily effort. That's when stress meaningfully drops. Because now your survival doesn't depend entirely on your next paycheck. There isn't one universal income level that ends stress. For some people, financial calm starts at $60,000. For others, even $200,000 isn't enough. The difference isn't the number. It's the gap between income and expenses. It's savings. It's low debt. It's assets. The real threshold is when you move from surviving to having options. When you can say no to opportunities you don't want. When unexpected expenses don't cause anxiety. When your future feels stable instead of uncertain. That's the real milestone. Income opens the door. Systems keep it open. I'm Maya, and if you want more smart, simple breakdowns about money and building real financial peace, subscribe Money Minutes channel for more details. I'll see you in the next video.